Last time on Camp Bad Place, we got to meet the two teams, Team Bloodjar and Team Boop Boops, and I threw them a surprise challenge by locking them in their cabins. In the end, Team Bloodjar could not withstand the pressure of the surprise challenge and they failed. They lost last week's challenge and as a result, lost their team member Wolf. But today marks a new challenge and a new surprise. Will the Bloodjar team be able to redeem themselves from their previous loss, or will they sink even further into the ground and lose even more campers? Find out this week on Camp Bad Place. Hello campers, and welcome to your second week on the island. Now, I do have a confession to make to all of you before we do get started. The other night, someone came to me and said, "Hey, I want to do a thing. I want to do a thing," and so they did a thing, and therefore, I'm not sure how you didn't notice this because you obviously woke up in your cabins, but go take a look at your cabins, go take a look at your homes and places that you were chilling at last night because you might have just noticed that something just isn't quite right.
Holy fricklefracks.
Fricklefracks.
Who did this?
They're all blue. Always has been.
I mean, nothing changed in my room.
Yes,
Right
yes.
Why is there
Someone had
eggs
that in their
everywhere?
pockets. Why is there eggs everywhere? That's a
My
good question.
egg!
Whoever had the
Where?
orange cabin, I think that was Jules. They took your TV and they threw it in the lake. I'm not sure why, but they did.
Wait, what?
The towels.
This
They
little pond down here. They just threw it in there. They ruined my hard work.
Your poor TV!
I know.
No, not the TV. That's wrong.
Then we got Slope
That's
here.
not environmental friendly.
Slope's got eggs circling some cake. There's a back room.
What?
You got a
Got my
Wait, what?
You expanded
Ooh.
it. Slope's room expanded.
Slope?
We're in the back rooms now, boys.
I don't know if that's vandalism or like a gift. That seems more beneficial than.
There's just a ritual going on here. Can't really see it because this banner. Let me move the banner real quick. There's just a ritual going on here. With
Whose idea of vandalism was giving them more room?
Whose idea
That's
of
a good question.
vandalism was giving them access to Perry's room?
That's true. It's like in Perry's walls or something.
Everything was changed blue for Slope because his color is blue.
Also, should we replace their candles with unlit ones?
Someone here is responsible for this. It's not me. Someone else is responsible for this. You can talk amongst yourselves about that if you want to. But today we have ourselves a little bit of a challenge here today.
Feel framed. Someone
Fair
threw
enough.
a bunch of knives in my room, and I'm not supposed to have knives in the prison.
Today we are going to play a very interesting game, a very fun game. I want to see who can guess what the game is before we even start.
Oh,
I already tell this is team oriented. Wow,
It's team oriented, obviously.
Is this mafia?
It's not mafia.
Is this
It's not mafia.
Family Feud?
Dang, that would be so
Family
much
Feud.
fun though, Dan.
It is
Family
Family
Feud.
Feud. Yes, it is indeed Family Feud. Pick a side and sit at the carpets. It is not trivia-related questions, so you don't have to worry about like having ultimate Ponytown knowledge or anything like that. So it's Ponytown-related questions, but they're not trivia questions. So the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna go ahead and let the Bloodjar team go first. We're gonna start at the top, then go as we ask questions. And if they get 3 X's in a row, then we'll move over to the other team and we'll go back and forth. Originally, I was going to have it to where we have like a buzzer system, but I think since, you know, there's less people on this team, I think it's just more fair that they go first. So, are you all ready? Are you all ready?
I have a feeling we're gonna get our first X Fast.
All right, alrighty. Now, remember, I'm going to tell you how many answers there are on the board for this, and based on how common that answer was, that's how many points you get for that question. All right, let's start with Ghost Trick, and then we'll move on to you after the answer, and then we'll move on to Damien after the answer, and then Gina after the answer. If you get 3 X's, then we move over to the other team, and they have a chance to answer it and steal your points. That's how it works. And let's go ahead and get started. So first little question here. There are 10 different answers that you can answer that will be correct. Some of them are worth more points. Some of them are worth less points. First question to you, Ghost Trick. What do you expect to see when you get invited to a random party?
The hardest part about this is thinking about what other people would say. Say chaos.
Are you saying chaos? That's what your answer is going to be? That, unfortunately, is not on the board. That is 1 X for Team Bloodjar here. Moving on to example. What do you expect to see when you get invited to a random party?
Strip club.
Strip club. That is on the board, worth 9 points, because there was 9 people that answered as strip club. Let's go on to Damien. What is something you expect to get invited to? Like, what do you expect to see when you get invited to a random party?
Mafia.
Mafia, surprisingly, isn't on the board. That is another X. And Gina, what do you expect to see when you get invited to a random party?
A bar?
You locking in that answer?
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's another X. That means the other team has a chance to steal this. Juan, if you can answer this question and get something on the board from it, then you guys will steal these 9 points and be able to answer the next question. You can talk amongst your team first, and collectively agree on like what you think might be the answer, because this is an extremely important answer. This is your chance to steal these 9 points. So talk amongst your team, but it is you that has to tell me.
Never have I ever. That's usually very common. I always see that when I get invited randomly. It's like, oh yeah.
A roleplay.
A roleplay?
RP. Roleplay.
Is that what you're saying as your answer? And a roleplay. Okay, let's see. Unfortunately, a roleplay also isn't on there for some reason, which means you guys failed to steal these 9 points. That's 9 points on the board for Bloodjar.
I now have no idea what would be on the board.
I had an idea and you didn't use it! Why must you do this to me?
What is even on the board? Those are like some of the main things that I would think of.
I have to reveal it now because we have to move to a different question. So we have literally worth 4 points, nothing, literally just nothing. Worth 2 points,
What?
just a trap. That's what that was on there for some reason. I don't know what that means. A really bad island.
I know exactly what it is.
Something disturbing. A normal island.
These are the Vegas.
A really good island. I know. Then you have grapes. Don't ask who the fuck said grapes, but grapes was one of the answers. Only one person answered that, so it was only worth 1 point anyway. Then you have random stuff in the water and a beach. Those were all the answers for that. Bloodjar, you're on the board, 9 points. So now,
Bro, these people don't know how to fill out a survey. What the?
Yeah.
I know. We're gonna move over to them now, and they'll have a chance to get on the board. And if they fail 3 X's, then you guys will be able to steal and stuff like that. So if you guys think about these answers as well, while these guys answer them. Just don't say any of them out loud, because if you do, then they'll obviously hear it and stuff like that. So boop boops. We'll start with Solar, since Juan just answered one. Solar, what do you see when ponies line up or march around the map? What do you do? I mean, what do you do when you see ponies line up or march around the map? What do you do? 6 answers on the board. The top one worth 13 points. So if you can answer that one, that will be extremely good for you guys. So boop boops, Solar Clips, what do you think the answers are?
Mess with their patrol. Try to make them essentially, yeah, just mess around with their patrol and everything.
Mess with them?
Like you do.
Unfortunately, messing with them is not on the board. That is 1 X already.
Okay, people don't know how to have fun. SMH my head.
Yeah. Perry, what do you do when you see ponies lined up on the march? Join into the march. Join them / follow them. That is on the board. That is the number 1 answer. 13 points for Boop Boops.
Usually
all right.
It's my first thing with them.
All right, Jewel the jellyfish. Same answer, or same question to you. What do you see when ponies line up or march around the map? What do you do? Talk to them? Talk to them. That is on the board. It's only worth 1 point, but it's on the board. only one person ever answered that for some reason. Lavender's Home. You're the last one on your team to answer this. what do you think? What do you do when you see ponies line up on the march? Take a screenshot. Screenshot is not on the board. That's 2 X's. We're gonna go over to Juan now.
Well, actually,
Juan,
do you have an answer?
what is your answer? What do you see when ponies line up or march around the map? If you get this wrong, then the Blood Jar team will have a chance to steal away your 14 points that you've earned here so far. So, let's hear it. What is your answer? Talk amongst your team if you have to.
Nothing.
Technically on the board, it is as ignore them. That's worth 6 points. So that is on the board now. Boop, boops. You have 3. All right, back to you, Solar. Back to you, Solar. What do you do when you see ponies line up around the and you know, the same question. 3 answers left.
I
What do you
have
think?
nothing. Someone else. Give me ideas. Someone give me ideas. Please give me ideas. I have no ideas.
Talk amongst your team if you have to. This is if you get this wrong, it's your 3rd X.
That might work, I guess.
Oh yeah.
You want to go with booping them?
Yeah. Booping them, yeah.
Unfortunately, booping them is not on the board. So that is your 3rd X. That means the Blood Jar team has a chance to steal these points away. We're starting here with Cheap Trick. Cheap Trick, what do you do when you see ponies line up or march around the map? Talk amongst your team if you have to.
Yeah, I have an idea. Like, I'm gonna
your
talk
idea?
with my team. I'm thinking,
Yes. Okay.
I'm thinking just watch them. Like, that sounds like a reasonable thing.
Yeah, the watching them is a good one.
Yeah, I feel like people would put that on seeing as what they did previously.
So you guys are going with watch them?
Yes.
Yes.
That is on the board, and let me tell you, that was worth 8 points.
Oh, that's
So you guys just stole
That's what I would've said.
so many points.
I
People are
literally just
cowards.
wake up.
The tree sees all. You guys are way ahead right now. So we're gonna do a different thing here. We're actually gonna use the buzzer this time. So Damien and Juan, why don't you guys come up here to these tables right here, just like this.
Oh.
Damien, since you guys are the team captains, you guys will do the buzzer
Good
thing.
luck.
I'm gonna ask you a question, and these are the questions you guys are gonna answer. Don't do anything yet, but your buzzer is the sign. Click the sign, and whoever, on my end, whoever's sign changes first will be the one that buzzed in, so to speak. So get ready, and the question is, what do you do when you get sneezed on? Damien, at the hair, just by a hair. Damien, what is your answer to that question? If you get it right, then your team will have a chance to answer all these questions and stuff like that. If you get it wrong, then Juan, his team, will answer the questions. Sneeze back. That is indeed the #1 answer at 13 points. You guys get to answer some more questions. So, Damien, you can go ahead and go back in your seat. Same with you, Juan. You guys are just doing extremely well here.
Wait,
Gina?
same question?
Yes, same question. What do you do when you get sneezed on?
Say ew. Just get grossed out, basically.
Saying "ew" is on the board, worth 2 points.
Only
How many are there in total? How many answers in total?
Sorry, I forgot that. 10 answers total. Go Strick. What do you do when you get sneezed on?
Nothing.
That is on the board. That was worth 3 points. It's technically listed as ignore it, but doing nothing is the same as ignoring it. So, and we go to you example. You guys can like answer wrong, you know.
I was a lot more afraid of this game, like when you first announced it.
You just die. That's your answer to when you get sneezed on. Is that actually your answer? That is
Relatable.
on the board.
That's on the board. What?
Three people in the survey answered with die, so that was worth 3 points. I don't understand that
Wow.
either, but 3 people answered that on the thing. So there you have it. Damien, back to you. What do you do when you get sneezed on?
Wait, can we talk with our teammates at any point during this? Like,
You can talk to your teammates at any point during this. This is like a team challenge. You guys need to communicate with your team and try to figure out what the best answers are,
crap.
and then have the thing happen. It's just more valuable to touch with your team when there's like 1 X left, but you guys don't have a single X yet, so leave some points for us, please. Hide them from personal experience. Hide them. Let me see. That is actually not on the board. Hiding them is not on the board, unfortunately. So that's 1 X. And we go over to you, Gina. What do you do when you get sneezed on?
Run away.
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Running away.
reasonable.
That's your answer. Is just running away.
Yes. Yeah.
That is not on the board either. 2 X's. It's not on the board. I don't know why. Boop Boops, you're gonna have a chance to still hear soon if Cheap Trick gets this wrong. So you guys might want to start thinking about your answers and stuff like that. Obviously, talk privately so they don't see it. But this is your third X if you get this wrong. What do you do when you get sneezed on?
I mean, my answer was like, even if it wasn't chosen as wrong, I'm still. Let me think about this. I need help, guys.
Talk amongst your team because this is a pretty important one here.
Pretend to be sick, maybe.
Does getting angry sound reasonable to you guys?
Oh yeah, attacking them, yeah.
Start a fight. Get angry.
Not very reasonable.
Start a fight, get
Zombie,
angry.
I'll start a fight with you.
I'm fine. What do you guys think about that answer? I'm thinking
I've
it's a
seen
bit.
wars
I think
started
that-
in Ponytown for less.
Yeah, like start a fight or get angry. My answer.
They both sound about the same, so yeah.
Unfortunately, that is not on the board. So,
No.
Boop Boops, you have a chance to still, how many points is this? 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You have a chance to steal 21 points here right now. Juan, we're going to start with you. You guys talk amongst your team. Whatever you guys say, but specifically what Juan says is going to be your answer. What do you do when you get sneezed on? This is extremely important for the Boop Boops to get this right, because they're so far behind. They need to get this right.
I guess.
I'd say no. Okay, Juan, I gotta have a final answer here, so whatever you say next is what I'm locking in, regardless of
Or
if
you
it's
could
already been
just-
said or anything. So,
Yeah.
because we gotta move on. We can't sit here for 10 minutes, you guys talking about this one question. So,
Yeah.
what is your final
Just
answer, Juan?
say no or tell them to go away. Go with that.
Shoot them. Like, tell them to go away then.
Unfortunately, that is not on the board. So that is an X. You guys failed to steal these points.
Oh.
How?
Okay, whoever's answering is clearly rigging these. SMH my head. I'm going to scream at them.
So,
What are the other answers?
I'm gonna tell you right now. One of them you're gonna laugh at, so I'm gonna start with that one. We're gonna start from the top of this answers and we can go down. So the last few answers were thank them, just thank them for it. That was worth 5 points, by the way. That was worth 5 points. Just thank them.
I don't think people are okay.
What
This
is wrong
other
with
one,
people?
this
I mean,
next
one
one,
of the
you guys
answers
were
was
kind.
die.
Yeah, this next one is kind of close to what you guys said, but I didn't think it was fair enough to give it to you. It is get revenge / kill them. You guys said to attack
What the
them, but that's not killing them. So.
Wait,
No,
what if
just
saying bless
straight
you
up
is on the
kill
board? I didn't think about that.
Say bless you is on the board. Only one person answered with that though.
I can't believe it. That's the obvious answer. Why didn't?
Yes. Okay, so that was one hell of a challenge. Unfortunately for the Boop Boops, you guys have failed this challenge, which means you guys are going to have a very difficult decision to make here. Fortunately enough, though, the Blood Jar team has won, and they will be able to stay in any of the 5 cozy cabins. You guys go ahead and go on to those cozy cabins, and we guys will stick here into the meeting and stick with our difficult decision on who to vote out this week. Yes, right. So, like always, if I say your name and give you a cookie, then you are safe. So starting off, the first cookie will go to Lavender. Lavender, you're still here. Here's a cookie for you. You get a cookie. Congratulations on staying and not being voted out. Good, Lavender, staying. Next up, we have Jewel the jellyfish. I know that sandwich must be enticing, but the next thing goes to you. Cookie for Jewel the jellyfish. The next cookie goes to Perry. Perry, I know you were excited about staying with Lavender, but there you go. You're definitely staying with Lavender so far. So good job with that. Now we finally have 2 people left. We have Juan and Solar. Who... Damn it, no co-host. You people at home, who do you think won this challenge? Leave your thing in the comments before I give the cookie or something. I don't know. The next cookie, the final cookie, goes to Solar. Solar, you get the last cookie. That's right. Juan, your team captain, has been voted out of Camp Bad Place. That means next week, you guys are going to have to come up with another team captain to assign and go from there. So Juan, unfortunately, that means you've been voted out. If you will follow me to the dock of Better Places, you can come with me and you can say your final goodbyes to the team. The rest of you guys, there's a lot of these little dandelions that you can blow at them and send them a farewell. Come on over to the dock of Better Places and say your final words, your final goodbyes.
I'm getting deported.
Oh my god, alright.
See you later. Another one down, yet I see to
that unfortunately is the way of Bad Places. I do hope that you all enjoyed at home. I do hope that all of you enjoyed the challenge today, and that is going to conclude today's episode. I do hope that you all enjoyed, like I said, and remember to stay away from bad places and to stay wonderful.
Hey, Gina. Wait, why do you have wings now? What? Guys, I think something's wrong. And this is why I tell you not to do the wrong ritual.
You guys performing rituals over here? No, not in my prison. Goodbye. Say goodbye to the ritual. Cannot even perform one to reverse what you've done. You are stuck like this forever now. Goodbye.